Happy New Year, YouTube family. This was a video that I had been really excited to make for you guys. 2024 was ending on such a high note for so many of my friends, and things like cross-country moves, new careers, children in their home, happy holidays. And I'm so excited for everyone. And after the shutdown that happened about 5 years ago, I kind of felt like each of the New Year's I was tiptoeing into the new year going, will it be okay? You know what I'm saying, right? And so this year I was like, you know what? We're 5 years past that. And yeah, this year's going to be a really great year. So I thought, you know what? So many people are all about the New Year's resolutions at the top of the year and setting the goals. And I want to encourage you all to just keep doing that because it's good. It's always good to prioritize your health and your financial well-being and your spiritual health and your emotional health. Don't ever stop. But I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be fun to just kind of like take that up a notch and instead of setting like resolutions, maybe just toss out a big inspiration, right? And so I was thinking, oh, it would be kind of a fun, playful thing that you guys could just integrate into your year. That wouldn't be like boxes you have to check or, smart goals that you have to keep track of, just something kind of fun to integrate into that to really enhance it. And I was thinking, gosh, I gotta come up with something fun. Like my brother used to always say, like when we would leave, instead of saying, we'll drive careful, he would always say, hey, drive fast, take chances. And like, it's one of my favorite things about him is that he would say stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to come up with some good ones. I even checked with ChatGPT. And they had some really fun ones too. They're like, if you're making videos, just photobomb with some rando object, right? Like a toaster. And I thought, that will be fun. I could just, randomly land a toaster in the background somewhere and make that kind of a theme in some of my videos and see if anybody noticed. So that's what I was going to do until yesterday. So as you all know, our New Year's started here in the United States with two very unfortunate incidences, one happening in New Orleans, the other in Las Vegas. And yesterday I listened to a podcast that was in response to one of those incidences. And it was alarming to hear what was shared. Was it true? How do I ever know? Like, how can I ever know? And so since I can't, I don't put energy into figuring that out. I just say to myself, let's step back. Either it's true, it's not true. If it's not true, it's misinformation. I toddle on down the road, I dismiss it. If it is true, then what? And that's when I knew that I had to make this video instead. Because I'm a baby boomer who has been around the sun a few times. And I've seen some patterns in life repeat. And I have the life experience now that when somebody's like, holy crap, you seen what the interest rates are? Like, can anybody buy a house at this? And I remember when it was getting close to 20%. Yeah, try buying some property, and your interest rates creeping up towards that, right? I've had people come to my place and be like, holy cow, the drought here is really bad. These cracks on the ground are just huge. And I think they are. I've seen worse. So just that kind of thing, right? And so when this happened yesterday and I heard what was shared, I thought, wow, this is a moment I can share some of my life experience and help encourage others, because the truth is there are going to be times in your life when you know what hits the fan, and it's going to be very overwhelming. And I'm not here to promise you that everything's going to be okay. I have dealt enough with poverty and trauma around the world that no, I'm not going to sit here and promise that everybody is going to be okay, that like there's no more pain or suffering. No. But what I do want to encourage you is that in that moment, if it hits and you can recognize that this is so far over your pay grade, that there's literally nothing you can do about it, you stand at a very important crossroads because you can feel so, so incredibly helpless in that moment. And that can be a very scary place to be. So when that moment hits, just stop, breathe in, breathe out. Just go and exhale out any of that anxiety, any of that worry that you might have. And then I want you to remember something very, very important. You, your body, your soul, your spirit, your energy, you are a very, very powerful beacon in the universe. And what goes on up here radiates out and it affects everything. Okay. If you choose in that moment to spiral into worry and anxiety and fear and succumb to the fear that's being propagated out through our media right now, you will be radiating a very negative energy out into the universe. And I want to remind you that you have a choice to do something different. You are not powerless. Okay. First thing you do is you pray. And you pray and you pray and you pray and you call upon God and you call upon all the armies of heaven to bring all the power of good from heaven into this situation here on earth because it's real, it matters, and it makes a difference. And then you take your little beacon out and you put yourself on the little hill of where you live in the community that you're in, the country that you're in, and the world that you're in, and you shine as bright as you humanly can. What does that mean? You start thinking positive thoughts. Start doing a gratitude list, saying things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I have food in my fridge today. I'm grateful that I have a vehicle that can get me around. I'm grateful that there's other transportation. I'm grateful I have friends with transportation. Like whatever it is that's in your world, start saying it out loud. Say, I'm grateful for this. I'm thankful. Next, start telling your family and your friends how much you love them, how much you appreciate them. Remind them of all the good and the wonderful that's in them. Build them up, encourage them, give them some great life advice and wisdom to help set them in a forward motion. Do this, please, because you know what? It doesn't matter if your address line says something Pennsylvania Avenue, okay? You are a powerful change agent right where you are right now. And just in your mind's eye, I want you to picture you in your home, in your community, shining brightly, sending that energy out into the universe to make a difference. And now think about all the other people in your community and all the other people in your state and all the other people in your country and all the other people around the globe who are positioned exactly where they are meant to be because we need this distributed around the world. We need everybody out there shining that power of goodness and love out into the universe because I promise you, it makes a difference. So when those moments hit and life is just soccer punched you and you say, oh my gosh, this is so far over my pay grade, I'm completely helpless. No, you're not. Please remember that you have so much more power than you realize. And please make a choice to activate your power for good. Hopefully, we are in for a peaceful year ahead, one filled with economic growth and unity. But in the event that we might have a rocky ride getting there, just remember again, you are a force for good. Take it up to heaven. Call on the armies of goodness. Call on the armies of God. And then beam brightly right where you are. Be encouraged in 2025. It's going to be a great, great year. Much love. God bless.